Gentlemen, Alto's here, Terry's here in 4K Productions. Terry's doppelganger, whatever you want to call it. Spaceships in VR. Whoa, I've never tried that. But welcome, Fanza. So, we're continuing on with this. And so we're working on this last week. We kind of built most of the exterior. The only thing that we got to change is this door, because it doesn't make sense. Mr. Spooky's here. Welcome to the stream. This door needs to open because obviously they need packages and transport storage. That's the word. A ramp to get into the ship because there's no way of really getting into the ship. So we are going to probably put a thing that it comes down. I have been playing quite a bit of Star Citizen. Claudia, welcome. Bert, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Leo, hope you're not up, buddy. Yeah, the doors will come down and then that gives us like an access ramp in. That is the goal for that bit. But as well, we will continue working on the interior. I will just quickly show you what the exterior looks like because I was marveling at it and that looks pretty suave. I actually like it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I'm like, on my stuff, but this is actually really nice shape. Like the profile looks pretty good. That's a nice profile. That's a nice profile. Oh, that is a sick profile. Mike, welcome to the stream. So, I'm really happy with how this is turning out. The cockpit here, we're going to change back to a two-seater because primarily the story is two characters. Claudia, one of the characters is Nathan. Just to let you know. Nathan! Oh, Nathan. That's with an F, not a TH. No. It's Nathan. Knife. Anyway, so I reckon we work on this first. Then we'll jump back into the interior. Let's grab that. Control LP, separate by selection. Okay. Control, you stooge. Grab them. Control L. Wait a minute. Let's redo that. Control J to join. U and U. Control L. P, separate by selection. And just for now, GZ minus 20. Why am I working in cycles? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we've got a collection called rubbish. We don't. Okay. Merge, new collection. I'm going to call this rubbish. And that's more stuff that if we ever want to come back to, it's kind of like available there. Nathan! So now we have this piece, which means we can grab that. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Oops, where is it? Come back. There it is. All right. So from here, I'm going to put edge loop because I think it's a little bit too big. Delete vertices. From here, we can select this. Control F, and we're going to go into a grid fill. Okay, let's move this up, select all, merge by distance, Control F, grid fill. Allez! So, and the idea, I think I've put the mirror modifier to be off the cockpit, which I'm assuming this is cube. Object. No, wait, idiot. There, cockpit. Yep. Awesome. So if I were to select this, this, Shift S cursor to selected, which it is in the wrong spot. Because there would need to be a lip, which is okay. No, it's not. trying to think of this mechanically. Went down such a rabbit hole this week. Went from trying to make one animation with my new ship to now having 6. I hear you, because this is what's in the works that I'm mucking around with. Let me just quickly show you. I'll load up a different blend scene. And I'm trying to work out what am I going to do with this. So we've got really nice X-Wing. If we have a look, like both the X-Wing looks nice, the TIE Fighter looks nice, but also Star Destroyer off in the distance. So yeah, there's that. So you can kind of see the scale as well. The X-Wing's over there. So this is what I'm thinking about. Anyway, we'll come back. So technically, if I go delete edges, grab these, GG. Oh, suck a lemon. Why you like? Oh, okay, sure. Let's go GG. That needs to be about there. I'm just going to delete this vertice because don't. About there. Okay. Shift S, cursor selected, right click, set origin to geometry. Because the idea, no, right click, set origin 3D cursor. Because the idea is that it would rotate along the y-axis like this. And I think that's a very nice shallow ramp. Oh. About there. That is a very steep ramp. So we're going to have to clear some of these pieces out. And I reckon that piece there is the primary. Nope, you're a problem. Delete, delete. Rotate Y. And that's a shallower piece. Yeah, that one's not too bad. So that's probably about the angle that we're going to go for. Oh man, stream wandered into my dreams or some nightmares. I guess I know when it's yep, pretty much. Uh-oh. Ow, ploppers. Okay, let's bring that back to about there. Wait. Hang on, what have I done here? Control A. Sure, whatevs. Rotate Y. Yeah, perfect. Alt R. Control A, and I'm going to apply that rotation. So now it's actually sitting where it needs to be. Need to work out the mechanism. Because, yeah, I've been flying around the C2 and also the Titan in Star Citizen. So that's what's kind of given me the idea for this door to be straight open. Sits flush when it's away and then comes down. Both those doors, though, do extend. I mean, we could put an extending thing in the middle and then it sits nice and high. But I'm more trying to think about this rotation here. So I was delayed watching this by 4 minutes. Oh, sweet. So this is the mechanism that I'm trying to work out. Let's just throw a solidify modifier on it, just so we can get a little bit more depth onto it. Yes, sir. Control A, right click, auto smooth. And it goes that way. All right. Because it goes like this. Wait. What if... Oh, someone just joined. Who just joined? Cut was. Welcome to the stream. If we scale it on the y-axis, that means now it's sitting in the doorway, which means that we can put like an insert in it where it's sitting flush. Beautiful, perfect, love it, grouse, sick. Let's bring this down, GG. Bring this one down, GG. I hate you. Why are you being like that? Okay. Scale Y. Reline that up. Perfect. And so now, just trying to get into a nice position. So now it's sitting in the door frame, and then we'll put a kind of like a frame sitting in the door, and then that's where it kind of like sits flush. Perfect. Let's just make sure we line this back up. Scale Z0, Shift S, cursor to selected, right click, set origin to 3D cursor, rotate Y like that. Is that the right height? It is not. I don't want the door to expand because it's just one extra thing to animate. I have to expand it. Oh. That's fine. We will bring that around. More now the mechanism of how it's going to sit here. I mean, we could just fudge it. Who's going to be that pedantic to be looking at my ramp? Let's go with that. Some of you. 0.1 is way too big. 0.05 is not too shabby. Control S to save. I'm going to Shift D and I'm going to move this into rubbish just in case I need it back. Let's move it in so it sits like this. And that way, technically it'll clip up the top a little bit as it comes out, but who's paying attention? But then it doesn't sit flush on there. Maybe, what if, okay, problem solving. Doing problem solving. Let's grab that. Don't like the fact that I did that. It's fine. And then we're going to do a GG. Well, that's okay. Deselect these. Where's this door? There it is. GG. Let's push it forward a little bit. Now we can bring this one down. GG. Um, 0.04. Really needs to rotate here, doesn't it? I mean, Robert Double, 10:15, a lovely Melbourne evening. I know. It is like 10:18 now in Canberra. Great 2D screen for my animation project that's due tomorrow. Oh, dude. Welcome. Do the animation. Don't be lazy. All right, let's go. As much as I'm glad you're here, go do the animation. Okay, so with that, I'm going to keep pushing this down. And then let's scale that along the y-axis, scale Y. Okay. Oh yeah, scale Y. Something like that. So now when we go Alt-R, we put that back in place. There's a lip there, but that is a... What the heck is that? Why? What I actually might do is let's get rid of this. I think this is causing me unnecessary dramas. delete edge loops. Perfect. And we'll delete this edge loop as well. So now we've just got a solid door. GG. Hey, oh, hello. What's this then? Oh, right. Control A, apply. Let's just hide that for a sec. What is that? That is the original door. Why is this like this? Control L. Okay. Delete faces. Yeah, sweet. Whatevs. Alt H. And then we're going to bring this back up. GG. Bring it down. And then I'm going to press C. And then we can extend it up. GG. I've got you on my laptop screen and work on my big screen. I'll stop distracting you and myself. Mike, welcome. Second favorite, what's going on? Been working on a game for months. Do it. Yes. Yes. Building a game. That's what I've been doing a lot of lately. I've been making serious games. Okay, that's okay. It's a little bit shoddy. But you know what? Let's just break the wrist and walk away. Zumwalt, welcome to the stream. As we try and work out how doors rotate. Why is this gone astray? What if we bring this out? And we do that. Wait, no. Control A. Shift S cursor selected. And then we rotate this out. I'm just trying to get this door. Go away. Trying to get this door right. That's not right. Oh, because I moved the door like a clown. Shift S cursor selected. That makes a lot of sense. All right, cool. Yep, going with that. Stuffies. Okay, so now let's come into here. Let's come into here. Grab this. JJ, bring it down. Perfect. All right, we've got our door. It's all right, Night Cow. I started late. Children's school holidays. Wailing on modeling a spaceship as well. I'm going to say working. Perfect. Okay. This now works out well. Control S to save. And we want to get stuffed. We want to extend this. I reckon, yeah, we extend it. I'm okay with the wing here. I think that's almost like a, you know, when you got the camping 4-wheel drives, you got a bit of protection. So I reckon we will keep this. Let's undo this. From here, tab. I'm going to press I to do a small inset. E to extrude. And I'm only going to go a little bit. Let's do Shift D. GG. I hate you. We can go now. E to extrude. I'm going to go all the way down. Control L, P, separate by selection. Let's grab our inside area. Grab this piece. GG. C, and then we can extend. Okay. Now, this is the poopy caca bit. Because if I go like GZZ, yeah, it's not going to work because the orientation's wrong. I hate you. GG. We accomplished a door. Yeah, we only just started. So next week is the start of school holidays. So let's grab that. Let's grab that. Control P, parent to object. Now, how are we going to do this? If we go like so, I'm going to try and get this as straight as possible. Okay, where are we? Let's go something like this. That looks pretty straight. Control A, apply the rotation. So we're going to go GZZ. I hate you. Of course. So let's select that. Control A, apply rotation. Select that, apply rotation. So GZZ, beautiful. Then what we'll do is we'll bring sexy back. Yeah. Now when I come in and select this, are you the one that I want? Let's see what I want, what I really want. Far out. Shut up, I'm tired. Where is this inside piece? Are you my inside piece? You're not my inside piece. Are you? Oh my goodness. Okay, you. Click on period key, zoom out. U. G, Z, Z. Yes. Okay, there we go. Cooking with gas. Even though I always cook with coals, because it tastes way better on a barbecue. All right, let's press I to do an inset now. And then if we were to go, let's say, just 50 frames, we went rotation, something nice and shallow. Then from here, we grab this. Yep, nope, didn't keyframe it. Let's press I. And then let's say frame 40. Let's grab that inside piece. I. And then we go frame 170. G, Z, Z. Bring it out to about there. We've got this kind of like full extension. So press I to set that keyframe. Settle down. Let's push these back. And so as it's coming down, it will slowly extend. Perfect Rooney. Got a bit of Travolta in there. Was it? It was Spice Girls to me. If you again, the situation will flop. No, so the problem is I needed to set the rotation correctly to be ZZ up, where before ZZ was kind of like off at an angle, so that's why we have to do a little bit. Greece is part of Australian National Code. Chase. I haven't watched it in donkey's years. I did park run this morning. It was yesterday morning. It was the worst. I hate my life. You think I'm joking? No, jeez. Let's go back again. And then we press I to set that keyframe again. And now it should be level there. We haven't even put in landing gears in yet. So type 2. All right, great. Love this. I love the little extension that we have now. Perfect. I kind of want to put something a little bit special in there, so it kind of allows it to rotate. Maybe we just put in I don't know. We'll come back to that. All right, let's go here. And then we can come back and work on the interior. So this was our Danny, for those that you want to know. Let's just cut out a door there. Control B. Oh, wait. No, I don't have a character. Do I have a character? File, import, FBX. I have to I don't think I can do it through here. I can't do it through there because I don't have the add-on. Let's go import FBX. Temp folder. I'm just bringing the character temp. Nope. G drive. G. D. Temp. Am I losing my mind? I thought I put a chap in there. Oh, I put it in here. No. You donkey. Let's just import him so he's very low res. And now we've got a guy for scale. GZ. Yep, move it up. Perfect. So we can just see how tight it is. My initial thought when I hear Markham is Spice Girls. Great. Sam Jackson running down there. Sick. I haven't done anything in 3D for months. I haven't released the video a week. Just because I've got like freelance stuff that I'm trying to jump on. Which is pretty cool. Okay. So we've got a guy for scale, which is awesome. So let's go ahead. Now we can chop up a door for him. And this is for him to do poopsies, which is what I was doing just before I started the stream, not gonna lie. Let's go scale Z0. Nice. And then from here, let's do I to do an inset. We are never going to see the inside of this toilet. So we are just going to do that. And then we'll go GG. Nope. Alt S. I had a brain fart. Perfect. Something like that. Let's quickly just make a door handle. The door handle will be something like this. It's a fat door handle, I know, but that's fine. You never know when something. And then we're going to do this, and then we'll do E to extrude. Nice. And then with that, let's come up to the top here. We're going to go face select, face project, G, hold the Ctrl button. It's a weird angle. Rotate ZZ, 45. G, ZZ, pull it out a little bit. Beautiful. Done. There's our toilet. And obviously we'll come around and we'll put some more panels and such on there just to make it a little bit more lively. One thing from my thumbnail that I really, really liked, this image here, these pipes are gorgeous. These conduits are gorgeous. So I reckon we might build some of them. Fan of this section. So this is all mid-journey. Sorry, microphone. So this is all mid-journey. Kind of just needed to create something. So I reckon we'll probably create those conduits. They just seem nice, accessible. I'm in Blender 2 working on a console. I'm really glad you decided to address the door issue. Slap a unisex decal on the toilet. But you have to include an alien one too. Oh gosh, Terry. What are you doing to me? Let's grab that. So we're going to quickly make this conduit thingamabob. Okay, so something like this. We're going to go delete faces. Actually, delete faces. From here, let's put that. Let's do I to do an inset and I again. And then we're just going to delete those. Actually, I'll just do it like this. One thing I love is being able to bevel vertices. Control-Shift-B. I had a brain fart, sorry. And I'm not going to go too heavy. Maybe just something like that. That looks great. Let's just throw on a very small solidify modifier. That's a little bit too big. 0.001. Perfect. Shift-N. Even thickness. There we go. That cleaned that up. Piping your assets sounds like you need to see a doctor. You have good pipes in your assets. Yes. I will be using those ones as well. And yeah, just kind of like wanted to make this conduit style thing. Let's put that in the center. What I'm going to do now is bring in the NURBS curve, because I like a good NURBS curve. Select all scale Y0, rotate 90. And then if we come up here, G to the Z, I'm going to bring it up. I think NURBS curves are superior to the Boolean. Bezier. The Bezier. And then from here we go EX. That goes there. So let's go subdivide this. Bring it to about there. Right click, subdivide that. Bring it to about 3. Here and here, right click, subdivide. G to the Y. 3. Right click, subdivide. G to the X. Subdivide. Good enough. GY. And then I'm just going to make you go all the way that way. E to extrude one more. So now we've got this nice pretty little line. Let's go find our little conduit piece. And over into the modifiers, add modifier, generate. We will do array off curve length. We've only got one NURBS curve in there. Perfect. Control A, apply transformation. Control A, apply transformation. That's fine. From here, nope, back to you. Let's go. Let's go. You're wrong. 0. 1. Then we go into add modifier, generate. Nope, deform, curve, NURBS. 1, 0, 1, 0. There we go. But this is facing the wrong way. So let's go rotate Z 90. And so now we have this. Yeah. So just going to scale it, make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. And then from here, let's get our Bezier curve. And we're going to grab it all, move it to the top. Perfect. Love it. Grouse. Fully sick. I really want to make a short of my own. Can't cause of money. Breaking even between money. Yep, fair enough. The very first animation that I ever created was a 2D animation. Won me best animation. Pretty chuffed for that. Play No Man's Sky. Oh my goodness, don't. Satisfactory all the way. That is hands down one of the best games ever made. I tell you now, one of the best game ever made. That was weird. Let's go scale. I'm going to go like that. Let's rotate on the X. Whoops, rotate on the Z. Scale, Shift Y. Nope, scale, Shift X. And then what we're going to do is kind of like create a few cable roonies. Shift 6. There we go. Scale, Shift X. Perfect. Let's come in there, have a look. Okay. Up. Control L. A. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. What we want to do, that one, apply the solidify modifier, come back to here, get rid of that, grab these two, Control J to join, tab into edit mode, lovely jumblies. And what I want to do is just scale this a smidgen. Good enough, good enough, good enough. And now when we look at this, we should have some nice pipage. Nope, that's fine. Let's go tab into edit mode. Marco, you probably should have checked that. GZ. And then we just need to give a few edge loops. A little bit of overkill. That was overkill. And then, beautiful. Satisfactory is great. Actually, having playtest of one called Wild Gates, Sea of Thieves. Is it called Wild Gate? I thought it was called something else. No. Maybe it is. I'm looking forward to that game. That is going to be fan-stinking-tastic. Satisfactory man and rose alien planet destroys it all. Mankind at its fullest. Perfect. Love it. Love that game. Okay. Great. Love how that's combined. Actually, I'm going to bring that image back up for reference. It might just spark a few ideas. I do like these tubes. Okay. To me, that's looking good. I was thinking about this. Do I go down the decal route or do we just hard surface model it? And we are probably going to hard surface model everything, because then when we take it over into Unreal Engine, we don't have to worry about decals. It's more just quality. Let's quickly grab in Kitbashing set, asset browser, Markham 3D. Oh, crud. There it is. We come down to the pipes. Whoops, wrong one. Whoops, wrong one. What the? Where did this come from? Oh, Botaniq. Ah, dang it. All right, I got to fix that up. Let's go into pipes. We got some great pipes we can throw in here. We will have to retexture them, just because these aren't really going to work per se. But we can use these. Something like that, I think would look good. GZ, bring it up a little bit. Is that going through the bulkhead? It is. Let's go G to the X, move that one over. From here as well, what else can we throw on the roof? I like that, I like that, I like that. Let's throw this one on as well. You don't need to see that. We can scale it. Perfect. That's great. That's great. We're just going to move that off to... No. Get to the chopper. And then if we look at that, interior's coming together. Now, lighting. Lighting is the question. I just posted my Loop Animation Discord. I will check that out. Yeah. You're back to normal time now. No, Patrick's... Yeah. So, daylight savings is now in effect in Australia. So, I really should have started an hour and a bit ago, but school holidays. That's not a grate as a pipe. What do you do for a living? Well, my job title is technology design. What's my job title? Technology design manager, I think is what it is. And so I work for the Australian government. But I look at ways of not how we can operate in 5 months, but how we can operate in 5 years. Freaking awesome job. I got the best job ever. So, yeah. Some of the ideas that I come up with are a little bit wild, and my manager's got to go, just bring it back. Some of them are like, hey, that's actually pretty good. So, yeah, I got the coolest job. I do, and it comes with like a wide variety of things. So I've helped property get one of our offices into Unreal Engine, and then we could do a 3D walkthrough. From there, one of my boss's boss challenged me to get it into VR. Next day, I'm like, here you go, you can stand in the new office. And it was like, whoa. So game designer, working with AI, bot creation, doing a bit of digital assistance at the moment. What else am I doing? there's a thing called job families that I want to play around with, and that's how all the jobs within the organization connects to the end goal. So that's kind of like what I want to do. That's kind of, what grade are you in now? What? So yeah, I got the coolest job. So yeah, do a lot of what do you call it? Oops. So one thing I do a lot of is showcase. I give guided tours around some of the stuff that I come up with, because we've got an innovation space, and so yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Love it. It's great. So what I'm going to do now is create some kind of like roofing panels. These are going to be our lights. So I'm going to do I to do an inset. Let's go E to extrude. From here, from here, let's grab all this and this and this. Control B to do a bevel. And also, yeah, I get to do some animation at work. So, which is great because I'm very proficient in Blender. So one of the things I do a lot of is infographics, just to sell my ideas, I guess, in a way, but it's to get those points across as well. Let's go like this, I reckon. Go back into incremental. Let's do a deform. Nope. We're going to go into an array. 0, 0, -5. Nope. 5. There we go. GY. Throw a mirror modifier on that puppy as well. And the mirror modifier will go off the cockpit. So now we've got this. Okay, how's this looking? I think that's okay. Oh, jeez. Well, you're one of the few, maybe 3% of people who love it. I love my job. They want to promote me, and I'm like, no. No way. Heck no. And also, I've been doing the same job for 8 years. That's how good I've got it. So, yeah. I know I was being obtuse. Read through text, I suppose. Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. You were talking about school holidays. Oh, no, not me. Children. Yes. Sorry. It's tight. Like, it's 10 to 11. All right. On a Sunday night. Marco should be sleeping, but Marco does streaming on Sunday nights. Marco enjoys it. Marco's weird. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to find... let's call this material. This is going to be called interior. Let's go m_int material. The interior material needs to be good. Needs to... kind of want it simple. I don't want an overcomplicated shader. So if we grab this, here's the idea. I'm going to go image, new, open. Let's go, do I have, yeah, I did bring it over to my new computer. Let's go into the alpha textures. We're going to click on this. And these are some of the alpha textures that I've created. Oh, am I streaming in 1080? Can someone check, please? I need a seamless one. You will do. You look nice. And if we do color to there, awesome. Tab, U, cubic projection. Okay, good. I like that. Great. From here, we're going to go into mix color. If I put you in there, and we make you gray, and then you black. 1080. Awesome. Sweet. I fixed it. All right. I'm a fan of that. That's great. Let's go now here. Roughness goes into there. We got shiny and dirty parts. That's fine. We will go now into a color ramp. Dump you into here. Is black shiny? Black is shiny. So we'll bring this up. Oh, set that one. Yeah, all right, there we go. So we'll do that. Let's bring it back, bring this up. And so now we've got kind of like a little bit of shine. So it's a really nice interior color. I'm going to grab this thing. Int material. Let's go int. U, cubic projection. U, cubic projection. Int. So it's nice and simple looking. Let's bring everything back and we'll just see what it looks like in close. I'm just going to go into walk navigation, just so we're standing in the middle. Then once we bring the exterior back, and of course everything is open. So let's go back to here. That to me looks okay. Definitely got to put some lights up in that area. I'm pointing because you can see where I'm pointing. Because I'm an idiot. Yep. Okay, we know what we're doing. Let's get back in solid mode. Let's get rid of the exterior. And then we can focus on this section here. GZ, bring that up a little bit. A few edge loops. Yo. Yo. And then we're going to do that. Let's grab this piece, GG. I think that might be a little bit too much, GG. And E to extrude. New material, that one. Emission. Because we are French. Control S. I still don't know if I render mode. Ah, yes. Good. Can see every grey hair. Shut your pie hole, night cow. I'm getting old. Shut up. Come on, we need a fifth person to confirm it. That's great. I really like. That's a nice lighting. I think we might need to curve those lights as well. But that's come together. Oh, do we need to curve? No, let's keep them as boxy. That is great. We need one in here. Tab. Just extend this a little bit further. Okay. Go further. Done. Done. Perfect. Great. Love that. That's actually looking pretty schmick. Let's grab one of these again. And we will shift D on that puppy. Let's make sure we get rid of the mirror modifier now. Put it in the center. Put you there. G to the Y. Where are my lights? Let me just get rid of the exterior again. There we go. So that one. Nope. We're going to get rid of this. And then that'll sit just there. Perfect. Love it. That's great. Yes. Switch to a different provider. Now cheaper. Now I need to keep paying. Nice. I like this light. I like it as well. I like this texture. Nice and simple. Let's now kind of go through and start building up on it. Now just trying to think back to a little bit of Star Citizen in terms of what do I see? I see stuff looking at me. Right. Right. Okay, so I think what we might do is let's go ahead and create maybe like a strut that we can then go ahead and replicate a little bit further around. Control LP, separate by selection. U. Scale on the Y. Nice and thin. Scale on the Z. Perfect. You know, that's it. Let's go with that. Done. Just a little thing like that. The ground here. The ground needs to have panels that we can connect boxes and such down to. So I don't like the fact that that's not straight. Let's go scale Y. Let's grab this vertice here along the Y-axis. Grab that, scale Y0, and then we'll do Control V, and that's now straight. Love it. Scale Y0. That wasn't straight, so we'll do the same thing again. By the way, you can just highlight the number and press Control C, and then it'll grab that value. A little fun thing if you didn't know. Perfect. And scale Y0. Just want to make sure. Yep, that one's fine. So let's grab this. I'm going to do 2 edge loops. And we seem to have fairly even squares. How are we going to do this? Let's go. Maybe if we do something like this, Shift D, and here's P, separate by selected. Okay. Then let's put edge loop, edge loop, edge loop, edge loop. And I'm going to grab all that. And then for those of you who have been with me for quite some time, probably know what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to grab that. And then we'll do another Control B to do a bevel. We'll grab all these pieces. I'm not going to lie. Probably go a chicken burger or something right about now. No, that's not going to work. I have to do it. I have to do one at a time. So we're going to grab these. Scale X ever so slightly. Let's go 0.95. Then we'll grab these pieces. Whoops. Scale Y 0.95 on the X-axis, please. Awesome. From here, we can do that. And so the idea behind this is now we've got these nice looking plates that we've got access to. Perfect. Love it. It's great. Is this project for a game? It is not. It is for a web series that we are working on. Terry's all over it. This will definitely not be optimized for gaming. You, sir, need to go up higher. GZ. Oh, that looks so good. However, we're going to add in a small bevel, and then that'll make that more prevalent. Yes! That's nice. I think now... I kind of want to put in like screws, but that doesn't make any sense because you don't need screws. But then you need like locking bolts. Poopy caca, poopy caca. Okay. This is where a decal would make more sense because you could just slap... No, because we're going to Unreal Engine. I'm not going to do that. Whoa, what are you doing? A little bit of a texture issue there. We'll work that out later. Yeah, the question is kind of like, what are we going to be connecting to? Like, I mean, we could probably just keep that. That's not bad. But it's kind of like, yeah, how are we strapping stuff down? I'm making assets for a town builder. I have a prototype at the moment. But I said lazy day. Okay. This week I will put up that thing that I was working on, the building. Where is it? Oh my goodness, I can't find it. Where did I put it? Let's go file, open recent. Hopefully it's in here. Marketplace, blend 134. So this is something that we were working on last couple of streams. Need to release all that. So this week I'll go put that on Patreon with all these pieces. And then this is what the type of build that we created. Ooh, night scene. I forgot about this. Which is pretty suave. Except for that menu there. I lost that texture. But it's pretty good. Go away. Yeah, now I'm trying to work out. Connect on side, you can't see. Connect on side, you can't see. I don't know. Don't need bolts, hidden clips. Yeah, but at the end of the day, because this is a transport ship, you still got to bolt stuff down, like packages and crud. So, that is my dilemma at the moment. Do we just be super lazy and maybe we grab these panels? Then we do I to do an inset, scale on the y-axis. Nope. Scale on the y-axis. Yeah, let's do it like that. I'm going to do this. Let's do E to extrude. Ah, you jerkosaurus. Uh-oh. Let's go side on. And then we will box select all that. Okay. Interesting. The fact that I didn't grab anything. What the hickabotham? Oh my goodness, the floor's not flat. Sure. I'm not going to pay attention to that. Oh my goodness. The floor is definitely not flat. Let's just deselect all that. What the? Hang on. Merge by distance. I've done something. Have I? Oh, hang on. What have I done? Ah, okay, I see what I've done. Let's grab all these. Let's grab all these. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. No. Deselect. Let's grab that. Wait, I forgot I was... Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay, grab that. that. Just want to make sure we didn't select any of them. You, yo, 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 yo. Surely the floor not being flat isn't going to come back and bite me later on. Marker. It's alright, it'll be fine. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. Help me out. Trying to hit that stupid 100k mark. Okay, so with that selected, Control I to invert my selection. Control Z, vertices. Not you, not you. Just making sure that we've got all the right pieces selected. There we go. Not you, not you, not you, not you. Control I, GZ. Did that all work? It did not. I missed a vertice somewhere. GZ. Do we see any problems? We do not see any problems. That is great. Bevel has increased dramatically. 0.001. 0.01. 0.005. Perfect. So now that that's been done, I'm just going to go H. Let's move these back down as well. GZ. Alt H. Now the idea was we're going to grab these. No. Okay, Marco, you've got this. You can do it. Yes. Yes, laddie. Hey, where's Stephen Scott? Is that guy still around? All right, fellas. And now we've got Mr. Groove. Oops. Missed one groove. And then we're going to bring this down. Individual origins are selected. So now we're going to scale on the Y. And so now we've got that. Cool. I've got this. Why not make a tile? Because they are not perfect squares. They're not repeatable. Like I know that this one here doesn't fit into this one. These ones probably fit together, but this one won't. From here, what I want to do is I'm going to select this face. Shift S, cursor selected. Then I'm going to seal under that puppy, scale, rotate X, Y 90, scale on the X axis. There we go. Scale on the Y. How does that look? So, this then gives us the ability to something. Lock stuff down. That's the word. Good job, Marco. You're welcome. Individual, Shift D, Y. And we'll do it one more time, Shift D, Y. From there, we're going to select everything. Actually, just move over a smidgen. Scale X, Shift D, X. Oh, that's not even in. Oh, gosh. Oh, is that going to work? Oh, crud. Oh, wow. They are so off. The floor's not straight. Did it come back to bite me in the bum? Yes, it did. Scott's made a few videos. Oh, I love your Scottish accent. What? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, all right. Now I got to manually fix all this up. Oh, ploppers. No, just one. GZ, bring it up. Wait. You know what? We'll come back to it. I'll do. Oh my goodness! What the hickabotham? What a mess! In all honesty, though, how good's the word hickabotham? And then that's too high on this side. Ah, you suck. All right. Anyway. So this here, what these pieces are, is where they can put the straps on underneath, and that's how they lock it into place. So I keep telling myself. Add modifier, generate, mirror modifier. And then we will put that into the cockpit. Lovely. Done. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think that looks great. White material is not too bad. I think we'll probably, make it. Hey, Marco, don't purely emission lights because more fireflies and slower renders. Correct. Fun, weird thing. I'm going to actually open up another project. Let's go this one. So, check this out. Hang on, is this the right file? Yeah. All right. I am rendering this. No denoise. What are we at? 1.2 seconds. Let me do F12 again. 1.38 seconds. And it's not too bad in retrospect. It's looking pretty good. Let's go to layer 2. Let's turn on denoise, OptiX. And what's that? Oh, 1.5 seconds. Not much difference. Actually, now that I see it, when I'm really zoomed in, I'm actually finding the non-denoise stuff is actually working pretty good lately. Yeah, see from back here, you can't tell. Mind you, we're on a stream. Oh, you can see a little bit of it, but I don't think you're going to be noticing it that much. So, yeah, that's what I've been finding. I'm actually rendering a lot more without the denoise, especially if there's like a motion blur. Especially if there's a motion blur, it's kind of, solving that problem. So if we were to come into here and I went to F12, can we bring the camera in here, please? Control Shift, like so. Okay, let's do denoise, OptiX, F12. Now, the reason why I'm going to press render again is because I've got persistent data turned on, so it actually might render faster. So 1.79, if we jump out, turn it off the denoise, it'll probably be a little bit more prevalent here. But I'm switching between it, and you can't really see much. If we zoom in, yeah, massive difference in actually what the denoise does. And this is for a 0.2 of a second saving. Wait a minute. That's faster. Sure, whatevs. Anyway. What are your thoughts about AI? On AI as additional layers and influences on 3D renders. I've got a feeling if we're not going to be using it, we're going to be left behind. Like, I know that I completely understand it. I don't put AI over the top of any of my renders, but in saying that, The next person will be. One thing that I always try to do right is not using Quixel assets in Blender, because I'm like, licensing says no. However, when you go through and you look at really good renders, you see courses and all that kind of stuff, they're all using Quixel assets, violating the licensing. And you're like, what the freaking heck? So putting more effort into creating specific assets when you got everyone else kind of like using it to get ahead a lot faster. Yeah, it's going to suck. But in saying that, you know, if you're using AI for scripting, is that cheating? Technically, yes. But if we get a product working faster, have you used AI to upscale? Oh, I have used upscale. I haven't done that yet. I haven't found a good one. Have you also worked on web series before, any type of show? No, mostly just short films, short animations. I've seen so much advance. James Cameron is hard. He's doing a hard push, but I agree, based on other people's work, they should be credited. Yeah. So I know for us that, yeah, it really sucks to see someone using AI, getting all the views, getting all the marvels and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of like, no, we're doing it the right way. But at the end of the day, if you're selling yourself, are people going to care? To be honest, something from Blender should not be a final post-production. Yeah. So, and that's with this web series, playing around with it. The new... Yeah, okay. Here's a prime example. So when we're watching Reels and the text is auto coming up, that's obviously using AI. It's using AI to do automatic transcription. Is that wrong? So it kind of gets flaky with that. With DaVinci Resolve, now they've got animated subtitles that you can put into shorts rather than doing it through your phone. Is that cheating? Yeah. I use ChatGPT. Copilot for business. I smash that puppy. Google Gemini as well. Smash that puppy. Yeah. Programming wise, I can't program to save the life of me. I use Google Gemini a stupid amount. Okay, Marco, get back. Let's go in here. Let's do I to do an inset scale. I'm going to do I again to do an inset. And this time, I'm going to go GY. A little bit of decoration. Code's different, and most of it gives you still needs fixing here and there, correct? I agree with that. I think one of the good things that I learned was how to do pseudocode. That has been a lifesaver. And that's allowed me to develop some pretty cool stuff. How does that look? That actually looks kind of cool. AI water dynamics. Blowing stuff out of the water. So yeah, I've been using Django effects like water, Embergen and Liquidgen and all that kind of stuff. I used to look at some ideas, modeling anything in Blender. Yeah, absolutely. I still do that. Like, if I completely disagree that everything should be original, I should be able to get inspiration from other people's stuff. Even if you're getting inspiration from real life things, is that cheating? No. Is it an assistant? Yes. It is an assistant. Poopy caca. Okay, let's grab all this. I'm going to move it over just so it's not in the toilet. Let's go that way. GX, a little bit more over. Perfect. Just so we're hiding that there. I like this piece. I kind of want to make decals. Decals will make life easier. because decals will give us access panels. All right, whatevs. Let's do now Shift D, scale. I'm going to scale this on the y-axis. P, separate by selection. I want to make decals. I don't move. When we have generative AI, that's when we worry. General AI. I just learned linear aberration, quadrants. Wow. An assistant that if it were human would be fired. Or would be hired and work cheaper. So it's a tool, but kind of gets angry when people post dozen AI images on X and has millions of followers. Yeah. So that's the sucky thing. If that is your goal, yes, that absolutely sucks when you see an AI generated image with, hundreds of likes, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. Completely agree with that. And then, especially for me, doing YouTube stuff, when I see people just uploading, AI generated shorts, stupid amount of video views, all that kind of stuff. And you're like, I'm busting my chops to, create something worthy, I guess. And all that they're doing is whipping something up really quick and then surpassing me. That sucks. But at the end of the day, at the moment, there's no rules in them doing that. Come on. I mean, I think YouTube's starting to crack down on it, but I block all AI stuff. See, this is the thing. We block all the AI stuff, but the majority of people don't care. So this is the poopy caca bit. This is the poopy caca bit. Is that, if we have all of us making a stand against it, but then you got the rest of the population going, nah, I don't care, whatevs. Debbie Downer. Let's go like that. Shift D, X. Whoops. Y. So, yeah. This all comes down to technically kind of like an AI. An AI agent doesn't have a personality yet. And this is one of the reasons why I enjoy streaming, is because I'm a real person. Ugh. That does real mistakes. That looks cool. That looks cool. The majority of people are AI. It's all bots. Watching bots create bots to drive bots' views. Dead internet theory. Don't get black pilled. Just stay ahead of the curve. Yep. Yep. Hang on, what? You are not. Oh, okay. Sorry. The stream's catching up. Yes. Yo, what is up, guys? Multiple personalities. What's the other guy? Hello, I'm Jonathan Williamson, cgcooking.com. Oh, I'm losing the plot. Let's go Utah mesh. Bring that in. Oh, whoops. Let's delete that. Mesh curve. Let's bring that down. And what we're going to do now is just create some pipage. GZ. Shift right click. Go into the spin tool. My favorite tool that I think I learned from Pricey, actually, in his Sci-Fi corridor tutorial. Yeah, nice. Oof, that's good. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Just got an itchy nose. I just want to scratch my nose. But yeah, imposter syndrome, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, his nose is a bit blurry. Oh gosh. Gotta love the challenge. Oh, you doing this? Yeah. I got all those avatars. His nose is a bit blurry. My nose? Creative upscales work very well for stills, yeah. Yes. Okay, how's that looking? I like that. That looks really nice. And obviously it's only on one spot. I think over here we need to add in some stairs-a-roonies, some steps. So let's go like that. We're going to go E to extrude. Shift D to the Y. Oh, wait, somebody just joined. Who the heck joined? Arclight, welcome to the stream. How's the spaceship going? It is coming along nicely. Sorry, I forgot to check the Twitch. Let me just refix that. There we go. Yes, we're saying honey UI. Big Sur didn't happen. The bee's knees. What? Won first prize as a costume party dressed as a bee. I'm still buzzing. Actually, yeah, while we're here, I haven't been writing jokes of lately. Where are my jokes? Dad jokes, dad jokes. Oops, that's Facebook Marketplace. Dad jokes, exceptional dad jokes. I don't trust stairs because they're always up to something. After playing guitar for years, I thought I could learn to play the piano, but it's not an easy instrument to pick up. My horse will only come out of her stable after dark. She's becoming a nightmare. Oh, that's all I got. I got nothing. Hi, Mr. Markwork. Think of Greebles and Star Wars kitbashing battleships. If you can make it look like your own creation, it's okay. But AI has been so abused, it's made everyone salty for good reason. So it was really interesting just talking about AI-driven content. Andrew Price, put a picture up of his kid watching AI-generated cartoons. And he was like, what the freaking heck? Oh, it's not bad. Which I thought was, yeah, really interesting. I like that. Let's go Shift D to the Y. Scale this in. Scale Z a little bit. Let's go E to extrude all the way back. And then we'll do that, that. Hey, somebody else just joined. Hang on. Who's that? Who was it then? Who just come into the stream and said thank you? Feed tracked action. Sure, hey. Welcome to the stream. Let's go that way. I like that. That's good. I think we could probably do a little bit better with these steps. Let's go like so, like so. And then we will grab that. Let's do a Control B to do a bevel. Let's go bevel in there. And we'll bring this up just so it's some stairs. And then what we might actually do, so I'm going to grab this, good stuff. This, Shift D, scale on the Y-axis. E to extrude, bring that up, Control L. Let's go emission, assign. So now, do we have, oh, That's looking good. U, cubic projection, Control L, U, cubic projection. Let's bring this face back a smidgen. Yes. Delish. Wondering if you did a vid on the thumbnail. No. So, talking about AI, which is what we've been doing, the thumbnail is AI generated because I needed to quickly whip something up before I went live. I'm not going to lie. No. But using that as inspiration for some of the stuff. So, yeah. Like, I love this thing, the lighting. We got the lighting here in the corner looking great. Control S. Let's actually have a quick squizzaroonie at what we're looking at. What the heck happened there? Oh, what are you? Oh, right. Let's just grab that. Going to go GY. Push that out a little bit. That's fine. Is there something else here? Sorry, I'm just making sure something is here. Hide. No. What is that? Oh, I know what it is. It's the cutter. This here. Just need to move it further along. There we go. Just that. Box select. GY. And that. Oops, a bit more. GY. Okay. What are you? GY. Perfect. All right, there we go. Clean that up. Oh, gosh, hang on. Dad joke. Metal grate. Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. All right. I understand now. That's pretty good. Very happy with that. Also, is this made for creatures with backward needs? That is incredible. I mean, fine. Hey, what the? Hang on. Let's fix that up. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's fix up. Where's my cutter? Where's my cutter? Where's my cutter? See where? See where's my cutter? Oh. GY. That's right. I remember this now. Okay, hang on. What's this here? What are you? You're that, okay? GY. Yes, we will fix this. Let's bring these steps. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do that. We'll do that. We need to do the bottom section as well. Like that, like that. Like that, like that, like that. Oops, and that, and that. Scale on the x-axis. Hate you. Hate you. Scale on the medium point. There we go. G, Y. There we go. Is that better? Let's grab. Let's grab that and that. There we go. That and that. Scale. Scale Y 0. GY. Push it back. How's that? Are you okay with that now? Did we fix it? Oh. Yes, unfortunately, us poor 3D sods don't get to decide correct. 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 Because it's obviously probably now a lot easier just to create an animation using AI. I've been trying to get comfy UI working on this machine, and I have AI video stuff, but still. Let's go into render mode, just so we have a little bit of visibility. Love just having that light there. Perfect. But we now have a hole in there, which we will fill at a later stage. But that is coming along nicely. Let's move forward and have a look at here. Let's go with navigation walkthrough. I think that's pretty good. I reckon that is pretty good. I'm actually really happy with that. Add a lip recess for the shelf. Yes. Which shelf? This here is where the chaps sleep. So that's not a shelf. These are steps to get up into there. So I think if that's what you're talking about there, canned cherry. Can the internal and external set be changed? I worked on a show that could move walls in 3D to allow for lensing. I mean, technically, should be able to do that. That almost went all over me. Comfy is good for MOGRaph, but long form. But once you start generating, those video files. Can you Topaz upscale? Krita has an option to upscale stuff as well. Funnily enough. Really happy with how this looks. I kind of want to jump to Star Citizen and have a squiz at some of their things, but we won't do that now. That's going to be a future Marco problem. What I will do though is I'm going to do an inset. Let's go Control B to do a bevel. About there. And then we'll put an edge loop through. Put an edge loop through here. GZ. I'm going to press. Not yet. I was going to V to rip that. Let's do this first. But not them. Boop. Because I want to go Control B to do a bevel. Now we've got this like edge loop style in here. Let's do V to rip. And now I can select here, Control. What? What are you talking about? No. You're joking. Ah, poopy caca. Undo. Scale Y 0. Scale Y 0. Select all. Merge by distance. Cool. Now I can do that. GZ. Do I have to redo the rotation? I sure do. U, and U. Deselect this and this. If the government job doesn't work out, you can go writing gags for Christmas bonbons. I mean, what a job. Okay, I need to go. Wifey's making go outside. Oh my goodness. Get out in the sun. Do it. In the fine weather, which I think you're going to enjoy touching grass. I wanted to say that. I refrained from saying that. I'm not going to lie. That's what I was thinking. Let's do... I'm going to do another eye to do an... Ooh. Actually, what we can do... Oh my goodness. Come on. Stop being a jerk. Actually... Invert my selection. There we go. So now we can just focus on this. On here. Now select all that. Merge by distance. Merge at center. Oh, I'm getting tired. I'm seeing spiders in the corner of my eye. Merge center. And then merge at center. So, what was the last thing I read? I mean, listened to, audiobook wise, was my friend got me onto this one, Your Audiobooks. Got me onto Dark Matter. Oh my goodness. I want to watch the series now. Great audiobook. Now I'm onto this, 13th Palin. I don't know how I feel about it. Do I want to commit that much? I don't know. Let's do that and that and that. And then, oh no, Marco, do that and that. Scale X, Scale S0. Beautiful. Now we can come in. What do I want to do here? I know what I'll do. Delete edges. Delete edge loops. Let's grab this. Let's undo everything I just did. Face, I, E. Ooh, ooh, what a bing bang. Ooh, And then from here, we're going to go into a plane. G to the Z. Scale X. Scale Y. Whoop. Perfect. And then from here, we put in a few edge loops. Control L. We're going to do I to do an inset, I to do another inset. And then we're going to go around the edge, delete vertices. So now we've kind of got these slits. E to extrude. Shift N, make sure we've got all that. I'm going to select that back face. I don't know what this is going to turn out like. Alt H. Let's now go into rendered view. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, I'll buy that for $1. Love it. Oh, jeez. My legs. High 3D Gen just came out with a very good 2D to 3D model converter. Okay. Might have a play with that. Is Dark Matter a sci-fi story? There was a 3-season series a few back. Yes. So I think it is a sci-fi story. That's the way it was pitched to me. That was a sci-fi story. I think so. It's got sci-fi elements. But yeah, I will. Yeah, I want to check out High Gen. What's it called? HI. High 3D Gen. High 3D Gen. Okay. What else we got? That's looking great. That's looking great. Wires, I think that looks great. This is all looking really nice. I actually really like how that's all turning out. The hard corners are bugging me a little bit. That is so delish. The fact that it extends. That's all great. That's all great. Love those lights. Plenty of like, yeah. Where do I get my materials? This one I just made up really quick. And I just used an alpha map. I'm just having a look. Is that for sale for free? Just having a look at my products. Let's hang on. How many likes do we have? I can't see. 57. Can we get to 65 likes? If you haven't liked the video, do it now, and then we'll give away a few texture maps. Oh wow. Yeah. We'll give away a few alpha packs. Let me just quickly make a thingamabob. Collabs. And we'll give away a few free copies. I don't know. Let's go like 15. We're only 57 likes. Come on. What did I say? I said 65. Yeah. All right, just want to make sure that link works. Yeah, cool. All right. If we can make it 65, where are you streaming? Here we go. That is what I'll give it. I can't remember what I said. Let me hang on now. We're almost there. Let me just quickly make a new discount. Black Friday, no, stream percentage is 100% off. Limited quantity. Let's go 20. Product. Alpha. Smoke alpha map sets. There we go. That one. 100% off. 20 of discount code. Let's go add discount. Black Friday. Live stream. What are we at? 1304. What? I did that already, you donkey. Alpha map. Add discount. Copy link. There we go. All right, we're getting there. I'm doing it. Did we hit it? 64 likes. Come on. Let me just make sure that this works. 100%. Yep, perfect. All right, so once we're at 71. Here we go. There we go. Bam. Done. All right. Hello, Tiny Star Shows. That's a bit weird. Cool. There we go. There's 20. Okay, so this is great. I really like this. I feel like we need to be putting like emergency packs or something in there. Oh, all right, fellas. I was talking about you earlier, buddy. All right. Always a privilege to see you, Mr. Stephen Scott. Oh my god, it's almost midnight. Okay, so this is great. Also, new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Help me out. Yeah, I feel like something needs to be on these walls. Maybe what we might do is I'm just going to grab... Do I not have these? Oh, far out. I don't have those things. Oh, they're not part of my kitbashing set. Okay, let me just quickly go over into here. Library. Nope, that's the backup. Blender Asset Library. Here we go. So this is my full library of all my stuff. Look, even Spooky's in here. All his stuff. I am looking for power boxes. Where are my power boxes? Slums. Buildings. Hull. That one. Material. Workshop items. No. Decal. Sci-fi console. Sci-fi engines. Where the heck? Fuse box library. Here we go. That's the one I'm after. Sea cherry ran a quick test. Looks very promising. All right, I will check that out. I want to grab some of these boxes, but we'll probably change the material on them. Let's go U, 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 U. Yeah, U. Good enough. What the heck is that? We're going to grab them. And then we'll come back into here. Control V. Let's just move them off to the side. And then I'm just going to go into walk navigation. Let's do face, G, hold control. Oh, actually, it makes sense why that happened. GZ. But yeah, how are you doing, Mr. Stephen Scott? I'm hoping things are grouse. Or fully sick. Whatever you want to call it. 180. Okay, so I think as well what would be really good is, yeah, creating some nice decals to be putting on the inside, like signage and all that kind of stuff. Especially, you know, all these are the things that I notice as I'm walking around in Star Citizen. Motion spaceship, jetpacks, yes. How can I measure the real life scale? I did that wrong every time. That's why I've always got a person that I put in. ChatGPT and Claude are riding the bonbons this year. Yep. How can I measure the real life? Yeah, there you go. Use this. Get a character. Let's go like that. And then from here, Shift S cursor selected. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in a cylinder scale. Bring it all the way down. Let's bring it off the wall. And then from here, we can draw this out. Let's go GZ, Shift right click, middle mouse, E to extrude, Shift right click, bring that up, and E. Perfect. Now we're going to duplicate this pipe. Shift D, there we go. GY. Perfect. GZ. And then what we'll do is we'll make that here. Whoops. 3. That go like this. And into there, please. And so now we've kind of got that pipe in there. I think that looks great. And then from here, let's carry that pipe along. Shift D, Y. And this one here is going to go this way. Shift right click, bring it up. E to extrude. Shift D, bring that to about there. And then we're going to grab that. Let's move it over to here. This one though, it has another turn. And you go that way. Awesome. That looks great. And I think adding in a whole bunch of kind of like these. Ooh, do I dare? I think I do. GY, we'll bring that back to about there. See if we can pick the corner. I think we'll go about here. Rotate that around. E to extrude. Okay, I was a little bit off. Let's just bring that back like so. That's right. These walls aren't straight. Lovely. Go like that. And then, oops, I can see that there was a message. Messages are coming through. Give me a sec. Let me just finish this off. GZ, Z. Perfect. I think that's great. Oh, my legs. Oh, far out. The Model 1 code, Japanese trellis, which are licensed on the MIT. We have to be specifically removed is dependency on certain. NVIDIA libraries, yeah, to ensure adaptation to version can be used commercially. Yeah. But this comes back, Robert, this comes back to the previous conversation we had where we were talking about Quixel, Megascans. The licensing for that is you can only use it in Unreal Engine if you're using the free stuff. However, we see that there's a lot of people like breaking that license. So, because there's, you go through a lot of Blender tutorials and you can just see people, they're like, yes, just download these assets from Quixel. They're for free. And it's like, no, you can't do that. Why are you not? Oh, there we go. Yeah, anyway. That's my little frustration rant. And that's also, that is one of the reasons why I've moved over to using Unreal Engine for the animated web series, is because we can do that. Anyone here use a human armature as a ruler? Yes, this guy. Tries locally via Pinko. Bit of a hit and miss, but pretty cool to play around with. Definitely great for a starting point. I like that. That's it. That is a good. Do I have black material? Plastic grey. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Blender? Tell me true. There it is. I like that. That looks good. Plastic. Perfect. And I think once we start coming in, adding more of that, I think that'll look great. I do want to jump into Star Citizen and have a little bit more of a look at the Titan. That's kind of like my ship of choice for the small runs. I might make this just a black plastic for now. That should be changed. Probably change that to galvanized steel or something. This here will be plastic. And this one over here is plastic as well. I want the interior to have different materials, but yeah, this is great. Really liking this. We gotta come now more into the micro details, especially for this section. Because at the end of the day, we don't have any, like, what do you call it? Actually, I can't do that. Ploppers. Well, let's do this, actually. Let's do that. I'm going to do here, scale Y0, Control B, bring that like that, and then we can do Alt S, bring it out. And now that'll give us kind of like a bit of a roofing panel. And then we'll do the same here, Control B, middle mouse. Hey, you go all the way around. That's not what I want to see in life. Maybe what we might do is separate this piece here. What happens if I delete that face? Nothing. Perfect. So let's grab that. Control B to do a bevel. Numpad minus. Push that out. Perfect. Oh, my legs! As in holding out your arm straight. Okay. The armature as a literal ruler. What? I'm not sure what we're referring to there. Cool. So adding in those panel lines, that makes it a little bit better. I do feel, I mean, the texture works really well from the external. That looks so nice. Actually, I'm pretty chuffed about that. Decals are going to make it, I reckon. I reckon decals would make this so much better. I think we're going to have to. Especially on the inside. Because there's plenty of kind of like nooks and crannies that I want to do. So, there is a video that I created a little while back. It's more of a tutorial for myself as well. Let me just find that. Yeah, thank God I released the video. Oh, there it is. Make your own decals. Copy. Control V. Go watch that video. Space-worthy heat pump vents. That's something we haven't put in. I do have vents in here. Venti. A venti. What we might do is... Nah, not that one. What's this one? We'll probably come back and apply all the mirror modifiers on that. Supports, I think I got panels somewhere. Panels, here we go. What are you? You're that type of panel. What are you? You're that type of panel. I'll take you. Change that to the int material. Perfect. And then that kind of cuts up certain little bits. Shift D. Move one to this side as well. Can't really see it. I think we need to throw in that little bevel modifier just to give it some oomph. Perfect. U2, generate bevel modifier. And then maybe what we might do is just sneak that back a little bit further. 0.005. G to the Y. Just sort of sitting like that. Perfect. I mean, we could even change the material here to a plastic. Plastic. Color isn't different enough. We're getting there. We're getting there. Safety features. Yeah, I know. Instead of bunks, recliner. Oh, that's it. Sorry. Hyperspeed. Light speed in this. Small ships like this don't have light speed. I'm more going off the idea of June where there's already pre-created wormholes. And so the device is on one side, device is on the other, and it's kind of like connected a wormhole that you can fly through directly. You're not going through any tunnel. It's just kind of like the fabric's been split and you go from point A to point B instantly. And you can kind of see through the hole as well. The larger capital ships, they have the ones like in the game Homeworld where they can create their own. That's the idea. Mirror's great. Don't furnish it too much. It's for transporting goods. Yes, correct. And so that's why this whole area is very open. Maybe what we need. Let's come over to here for a quick scusa-rooney. A scusa-rooney. And then... Oh. Did I not separate this? Oh my. Oh my. P, separate by selection. Then we're going to go like this. We'll do this. Let's go Control B. We do this. Then we do this. then we do this, and then we do this, and this. Does that work? Let's do a quick bevel through here. And then we've got all this. And then we'll do I to do an inset. Edge loop, edge loop. Then we grab this. G to the ploppers. Okay, well, let's do like so. Then I'm going to grab that loop, delete edge loop. Perfect. And we can see that I've gone too deep. So let's undo that. E ever so slightly. Select that edge, delete. Why am I editing like this? Like this. Perfect. And then that gives us that. From here, let's go like so, like so. Chicken burger. Whew. Feeling the bench. And deselect all that, actually. Yep, that's fine. You, and you. Oops, deselect these now as well. Control B to do a bevel. Can't go too far. I hate you. Let's not do that then. It's weird. Why would I do that? Unless it's not square. Okay, let's leave it at that. I think that's kind of cool. And then we said as well, let's Shift D, GY, X, hate you. We'll do that. Okay, where are we? We just got a little plate like this that says pooping in progress. That is a little bit more than I wanted. GG. Go back. There we go. And then we're going to do I to do inset. Sorry, I'll have a look at chat in a sec. And then we'll do this, whoops, this. Something like that. And then here we'll add in our emission, light, assign. Oh my goodness. Matthias. Looks neat. Yes. Mr. Media. Sup. Sign of closure. Bringing back my Eve days. Oh my goodness. How much of a drug is Eve Online? I'm so glad. I had 3 characters back in the day. I'm glad I stopped playing it because Star Citizen's giving my fix now, which is even screwing me over. Anyway. It's like a Space Winnebago. Pretty much, Nub-Dub. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Oh. I took a few months. Fixed Blender, 4.5 normal maps. They weren't reacting to light correctly. Now they should be far more accurate. Yeah, nice. Only 3. Hang on, what are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. 3. Yeah, only 3. Yes. Only 3. Far out. Shut up. It was a drug. I like that. I like that. 8 accounts. Oh, gosh. I remember seeing photos of people having... ooh, hang on, I don't like this. That's too close to the wall. Yeah, I remember seeing people's setups, and I'm like, man, you guys are crazy. Crazy hardcore. Funny enough, EVE Online was like my first introduction to MMOs. No idea what I was doing. It wasn't until I played Lord of the Rings Online that someone actually stepped me through how to play a champion. And I'm like, oh, you actually got to read this stuff. So anyway, then when I went back to EVE Online, I'm like, oh my goodness, this makes all sense now. I'm not an active anymore, yeah. Kids can't stop that. Yeah, it makes sense. I now understand how to play MMOs. It was one of my first two. Because I played EVE Online, Vanguard, touched World of Warcraft. It was the worst. Guild Wars 1 and 2 I've played. I was playing a bit of PlanetSide 2 for a bit. But MMO-wise, I think... And Lord of the Rings Online. Those my... Yeah. Vanguard, EVE Online, Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars Galaxies I was playing for a little bit. That was pretty cool. Fuck, this is great. I'm pretty chuffed. Need to put some decoration on here. And once those doors have their decoration, I reckon. Because what does this look like with the internal materials on the outside? Yeah, okay, let's not do that. A guy never forgets his first. I'm big on the co-op stuff. Wireframe. I tried to play Warframe. That was the worst. Didn't like that one. What? I did play a little bit of Counter-Strike. Day of Defeat, I was playing quite a bit back in the day. Morrowind stuffed up year 12 for me. Because Morrowind, oh my goodness, my eyes were just like awakened to RPGs. And then, true story, when Skyrim came out was when the Xbox 360 came out. So I went to EB Games, which is our, where we buy games back in the day. So I went to the midnight launch of the Xbox, but I was getting it for the PC. And I remember waiting in line, like I was just waiting there and they were calling out, all right, anyone here, anyone else that hasn't registered to get their Xbox? And I'm like, in front of like 200-300 people, I'm like, I'm just here for Skyrim on the PC. And it's just kind of like, everyone's just like, and the guy's just like, just come get the game here, you can go. I'm like, sweet. And I had work the next day, so I didn't play it that night. But I had it, so I was ready when I came home. Yeah, so Skyrim was another eye-opener. One thing I'm grateful for is I didn't know about D&D until later in life, because how great is D&D? Let me just say that. Something needs to go on that wall, and I don't know what. 360 was out? Yeah. I'm old. Oh, no, yeah, it was Morrowind. Sorry, Morrowind, then Oblivion. Oblivion is where I went to the midnight screen. Sorry. Yes, you are correct. I am wrong. It was Oblivion. And then Skyrim came later out. Correct. It is my dream to DM. Oh my goodness, just do it. So I was watching, I discovered D&D when Chris Perkins, who's one of the writers at Wizards of the Coast of the Wizards, whatever. He was running Dice Camera Action. That's what it was. And then I was watching that series and I went, oh my goodness, what the heck is this? And then someone at work was like, oh yeah, I play D&D. I'm a DM. And I'm like, can I play? And it was like, yeah, come to a game. And so it all began. And now my wife curses that man. It's funny because it's true. It's kind of funny because his kid now goes to my kid's school. So, and then from there, like, I got the core books, but then I ended up writing my own game, and just two friends and I played it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, two friends and I DM'd it, just did it. Had no idea what I was doing. They had no idea what they were doing, but they were like, hey, let's have a game. And so I did. And we ran a campaign for 2 years, playing every Tuesday night for about 2 hours. Then we had a little bit of a break, and then we did another one for another year and a half, where it didn't follow on directly, but there was mention of those characters, which is pretty cool. So I had a blast. Would I DM again? I reckon so. I reckon for the right people. Yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun being a DM, GM, whatever you want to call it. Just Marco is time poor. You ain't old. I could be your dad. Oh, shut up. But there's way making new game engines, so now Starfield shops have Oblivion chests under them. Correct. Yes. I have seen those speedrunning videos of Starfield. Hilarious. Oh, let's just rob the merchant. So what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to cover up this hole here. Really? ¿Por qué? Okay. Hide. Oh, actually, does this have a mirror modifier on it? No, it doesn't. I'm going to Control A on that puppy. How do I do this? That's there. Okay, that is there. We need to split here. GG. GG. Okay, this is now getting frustrating. Okay, you. Make sure we got the right height. E to extrude. Control V. F. Perfect. And then we can grab this stuff here, and that goes all the way across to the x-axis, and F. I think I'm getting better at kitbashing and getting stuff done more efficiently. Finished my space station. Oh, jealous. I will check that out. Actually, yeah, go check out Spooky's channel. Where are you? Farted. Here we go. Oh gosh, this is going to make a noise, isn't it? Let's click on here. There we go. Go check out Mr. Spooky. He does magical stuff. I hate him several times over. See ya. Do the thing. Yeah. Funny enough, I've heard actually people being a DM on their resume, which I think is pretty cool. I reckon that's mad. Let's go. I want this one here. And then we're going to go GG. Nope. Here. GG. Oh, darn it. Darn it, Mr. Arnott. Let's go like that. G. Actually, we'll go Z. Bring that down. So I'm trying to work out a way now to cut this out. You don't have to cut me off. Something like that. Oh, don't go all the way around. Oh, far out. Okay, maybe this needs to be split. So where's the splitting point of this? Here. You, and you. V. Control L, P, separate by selection. There we go. That means now we should be able to cut this open. What the? Oh, I pressed the button. Now my mouse is, there we go. Let's go something like that. We'll grab that. G. Awesome. GG. Just make that just look a little bit better. Nice. Nope, that's not nice at all. That. Control V. Control S. I remember having campaign. I have no idea what that is. That turned into a bird hog. I don't even know what some of these words are. They killed a wish-granting angel who had manifested to become the big bad. My big bad was a necromancer called Stevenson. He was Scottish, which is hilarious. All right, fellas. Hey. I made my guys kill each other as well. So throughout the whole campaign, they were trying to find this kind of like power armor that they know they needed, because there was no way they were going to be able to defeat the big baddie by themselves. And so the way to unlock the power armor was to sacrifice a dwarf. The other player character, was a dwarf. He died. Oh, memories. Let's do that. I'm hoping that is enough. It's not. Okay, so I'm just trying to line this up. GY, X. Perfect. There. GX. Bring it all the way back. Awesome. GX. Push it out. Okay, let's bring it up. GY. Perfect. GZ. GY. Uchimama. GX. Perfect. GZ. GX. Push that out. I'm not thrilled about that. Maybe. No. Just trying to work out. Okay, if we do that, that's not going to work. So we might just have to move that there. Shift. Oh, come on, you jerk. Beautiful. Getting there slowly. Put another edge loop through here. GX. Perfect. And then that goes around the border. A little bit annoying that I'm having to add in so much. Wah. Okay. Let's maybe... this here. So we have a look here. Need to kind of round that out. That's a bit better. That follows a little bit better of a curve. Nice. That edge is looking great. Down the bottom here, we will fill that out. I hate you. That's a future market problem. Control save. Do all the parts of the shift have to be connected for the animation to work? Yes. No. They all need to have at least the paintbrush on for dynamic paint. What we're talking about here is I posted it somewhere. Rice Blender. Yeah, it all needs to have the dynamic paintbrush, because obviously if there's no dynamic paintbrush on that piece, it's not going to create the force field. We're just talking about this tutorial here. I ain't got no time for no show. What the? Have I got 8 people watching on Twitch? No. I'm not even signed into Twitch. Ah, crud. Alright, I can't talk to Twitch people. I'm sorry. I think you should use a trim sheet, would be great. What? No, for this section here, I'm trying to build a wall. And then this is where we can do a bit of work and such. I can't. Yeah, so we've got nothing protruding through, which is great. Yeah. And then here we need to hide this loop here. Oh, itchy nose. So let's do a Shift D. E to extrude along the Y-axis. P separate. Control numpad plus. P separate by selection. Let's go G to the X. Bring that in. We will now come in, generate solidify modifier. And we'll go the other way. That's great there. Hey, even thickness, please. Lovely jobblies. Is it going through our mesh? I don't see it anywhere. Good. Good. I'm going to do that. Let's do a small Control B. G to the X. That'll give us, no, just go back a little bit, just a smidgen, thank you. And then it's kind of like, that's our threshold there, lovely. Oh, fuck, Surge. Oh, 2 more hours, dude, I got work in like, oh my god, it's 12:30. Yeah, I think I know the guy you're talking about there. Should use trim sheets. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to. Just to add in more of those panels around. There is a tutorial that I created that I just posted not long back. And that's creating trim sheets from start to finish. So that is always good. Twitch. Just in case somebody wants to see that. Oh, 2 more hours for the ribs to cook. Do people on board spaceships just pee themselves? You never see a toilet on board. Yeah, that's what this is. This is the toilet. See? It's even got a little sign to say, hey, I'm occupied. Oh, what's time? 12:30. That's a good stream. I think we did a good stream. I think I might call it for now. We will continue on with this. I think we've created something very nice. We had a lot of people come through. Great. Really happy with it so far. Probably next week we might follow on with the cockpit. Redo the layout, because the chairs, I need 2 seats. And then from there, it'll be done. And then the week after that, we'll hopefully be making the hangar bay, the restaurant area, and so on and so forth. Went way longer than I thought you would, starting this late. Same. But you know what? When at one point we had 64 stinking people, like here, 68 people, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep going. And we did a good giveaway as well. Tell your friends, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm tired. Patreon people, I will put up the kitbashing set for buildings this week. It'll be up with you guys. So download it. I'd love to see what you guys create. Let's call it a night. Thank you very much, guys. Be safe. Don't eat too much cheese. We need better baking and something to create height maps easily. Yep. I agree.